Do you have a weed eater that's having a hard time cranking? We checked the fuel and it was fine. We checked the air filter, it's good. We even pull out the spark plug, it's fine. And everything else just seems to be working, but it just won't crank. Well, then there's a good chance you might have a crack in one of your fuel lines here, or maybe even the bulb up here as well. If you look right here, look at there, that fuel line is actually completely disconnected. It broke off. There's not enough line there to reconnect easily. So let me show you how to fix this. In these cases, you'll probably have to purchase a weed eater repair kit. This particular one has hoses, has a bulb, even has some filters in it, which I don't know if I'll use that or not, but we might. But either way, these are fairly inexpensive. I'll put a link to this in the description if you're interested. On this particular model, it's fairly easy access to get in here to get the hoses. I got plenty of room to work with tools, but in your case, you might have a cover or something over this protecting them. So in those cases, you may have to do some removal of some items to get to them. And whenever you're replacing the lines, it's a good idea to replace your bulb here. In my case, it just has a couple of screws that are holding it in place. Take those off, it should pop off, put the new one in and replace them. In your case, it might be a possible screw on or some other possible design, but it should be pretty easy to take that off. To get these hoses on and off pretty easily, you'll probably need some needle nose pliers. These just have to have a little bent version right there to get in here and easy access. If you don't have a pair of these, I would suggest getting them before you attempt this. The easiest way I've found to remove these is to grab the base down here, not real tight, but a little snug, and just start twisting. And at some point, it will pop loose, and that way you can easily just kind of peel it up. Right, like, well, in this case, it didn't. So in some of these cases, you'll actually break them off, and you'll have to replace it, pull it off a little bit harder. Now, if your hose rips off easily, there's a good chance you're going to have some kind of a holder on the inside of your tank here, which means, again, you're going to need your needle nose pliers to get in there and to pull it out so you can get that out easier. And once that catch or stop is removed, you should be able to pry this hose out with a little bit of persuasion. Don't be surprised if it's been in there a long time that it might be difficult to remove. Now when it comes to the top part of your hoses here, they should come off a little bit easier, but if not, you may need those needle nose right there as well. After looking this over a little bit closer, it appears that this line back here is still in decent shape. If you had to replace it, it runs down into your tank and runs to that filter. One of these that I showed you earlier is down in that tank. If this was cracked, you would have to literally run another line through that hole up there and put it on your filter and run it up into its position. So just be prepared for that. I did also find a date on this, and this is 8/30/14. This particular hose is 11 years old, so that would explain why that one cracked. Now the easiest way I've found to get the hose into those little tiny holes is to leave the full length of the hose. Do not cut it to size yet. What you want to do is then take some pliers and you want to cut a sharp angle right on the end. And by doing that, now you have a real tight spot that you can feed into that. And once you get it in there, you can reach inside with some pliers and pull it through. Now that I have the hose to the opening here, I'm going to trim it nice and flat, add my little stop, and then pull it back through to make sure it is back up towards the top of the tank. Then we're going to measure it and cut to size. Now that I have the hose replaced, I'm going to replace the bulb. Again, this only uses screws to hold it on, but be careful because the screws hold more than just this bulb. You take it all off, some other components might fall out, so be careful. Also be prepared for some leakage of the fuel that'll still be up in there. And as I undid these screws, you'll notice that part of the carburetor here came up with it. So we got to be very careful not to lose anything as we replace that. And I've popped a little cover off here for the little bulb, and let's see how easy this is to remove. Keep in mind, oh, I was about to say keep in mind this is 10 years old, but that came off pretty easily, and we're just going to replace it and reassemble. Now that we have a new hose and a new bulb, I brought this outside. We're going to pump this up to see if we can get any fuel in there. I got fuel coming in, that's a good sign. Now let's see if it'll crank. It's still a little cold natured because it hasn't warmed up yet, but overall it cranked really easily and it should be ready to use.